Good morning, guys. It's Monday and I'm so excited to show you guys the progress of the market shelf. So I have all of this stuff done so far. I'm not going to harp on these things too much because I do market prep Mondays where I show everything off, but I have this claw machine here that's pretty much full. I have a couple of big items here, literally just a couple. I have this turtle cake and also this pom-pom here, and that still needs a face. And then I also have some turtles with the backpacks, and I have regular turtles, some chickens, and then back there is just some extra yarn that needs to be wound up. My pickles, my mini turtles, and then I also have my frogs up here. So I'm making pretty good progress on market prep. All of this was done in like 3-4 weeks, a month. So I think I'm doing pretty good on progress so far. I almost forgot to show you guys all of the loaf cats. They're just sitting here piled on top of each other because I had to put the tags on them. So I almost forgot these, and I have 14 of them. So right now I'm about to work on some of these baby squids. I have a lot of like bluish greenish colors that I want to use up. So I think I'm going to make a bunch of squids. I'm gonna see how many I can make right now. Today is Wednesday. I didn't record yesterday. I had to go find some clothing for me and my sister. We're doing like a picture day thing, so I had to go find some clothing, so I wasn't crocheting or anything yesterday. But I do want to make some baby squids today, so this is what I'm going to start on, and then hopefully I can get at least 7 or 8 out of this, the rest of this. So I'm going to use this really quick and then we'll move on to something else. Honestly, it doesn't look like they're closing down or anything. The shelves here are still fully stocked. Everything is on sale though for 25% off. So yeah, this is nice and soft. Lion brand respun, that's nice and soft. This is, oh, this is actually super cute. I'm trying to see if they have that ombre brown yarn. It's like in a cake shape. This is actually a really nice yarn. Like if y'all haven't tried it, you should definitely try out this right here. It's a little bit thin, but I love the colors that they have. They have a lot of like soft pastel colors, and they have like different colors of brown. It's like tan one, and then this darker one, and this like a cream color. $10, 25% off. I think this is where the brown would have been, because it honestly looked exactly like this, but they don't have any. So they have blue, purple. I wanted to make like some chickens out of them. This is still really cute, maybe like for some jellyfish or something, but that's not really kind of what I wanted. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Jesus, that's huge. 500 grams. That's 5 times as big as the Premier yarns. I don't know why I'm kind of liking this green for like maybe some frogs, some leggy frogs or something. Purple is also cute. Hello guys, so it is a lot later. It's like 10 p.m. right now. I do want to show you guys the things that I got from Joann's. So like I said, this is my no buy year, and I'm not buying up a bunch of yarn like how I usually do, just because I have so much already, especially within like the pink, red, orange department. So I went ahead and got this green to do some leggy frogs. It's like an ombre-ish green. It's really pretty. I have not seen this, and every time I went to Joann's to try to find this, they never had it. Now, I'm not a huge Bernat blanket fan, but this honestly feels really soft. So I'm excited to try to use this. And then I also got it in this brown, because I did see a girl that used this to make Mabel chickens. But I'm not going to use it to make Mabel chickens. I think I want to use it to make bears, because I have enough brown chickens already. And honestly, I never have enough brown yarn. I feel like companies do not make brown yarns. Mir is always sold out of their browns. I have some hobby brown. I have a medium brown and a dark brown. Michael's yarn selection is very like skim. Whenever they do have brown, it's always sold out. And I don't really go to Hobby Lobby anymore. But yeah, I just got these two today. I was going to get that purple pink one. But I ended up putting that back because I didn't know what I was gonna make with it. I know what I'm gonna make with these two, but I didn't know what I was gonna make with the purple one. So I ended up putting that back and just getting these two. So I'm super excited, and I'm about to use probably this one right now to make some little bear keychains. So let's work on some keychains right now.
You know what I mean?
So far for keychains, this is what I have. I've been using the ombre yarn, and honestly, as of right now, I can't really tell a difference. I numbered these, so I'm gonna put them in order really quick. That way y'all can see how they're turning out. So this is the gradient so far. And like I said, I can't tell the difference between these two or even these three, but I can definitely tell the difference between the first and the last one. Like this one is clearly a little bit darker. So yeah, that's all of the keychains that I made last night. I also went ahead and stuffed these squids, so I went ahead and stuffed these three, and then the other ones at the bottom that I didn't have enough tails for, I ran out of yarn. I just put those at the bottom just so that they're still inside of their same box, but they're not like in the way. I also went ahead and started on some capybara, and as you can see, the yarn actually did change in between these two. Like I don't even need to label these because I can see the difference. I think it's because these are so much bigger than those other little baby keychains. But yeah, this was the first one that I did, and then the second one that I did got a little bit darker. So I think I'm definitely going to keep going with the capybara because these turned out really cute. And plus, I think those keychains, I'm going to have a lot of keychains that are different than those bears, and I don't want to have a bunch of bear keychains there. So I'm going to make a bunch of capybara, and they turned out really big. I love the size of these, and I think that these will fit perfectly inside of my packaging. So now that the video is ending, I just kind of wanted to talk about the whole Joann situation. I was someone that never really like shopped at Joann like that, but I did used to always buy like my crochet hooks and like all of my big yarns there, especially when Michael's was out of yarn. I could always count on Joann to like have something similar. So now that they're leaving, and especially because I love their little baby bear yarn, the yarn that I showed you guys, that was kind of like the thinner yarn. That was my favorite yarn from there, and I use that to make all of my like corns and stuff like that for my markets. And now that they're supposedly maybe leaving, I'm not sure where I'll be able to get a yarn that's similar. I know that there's like a similar yarn from Loops and Threads, I think from Michael's. I heard that Michael's is taking some of their yarn off of the shelves to like fix it or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, I did notice like a drop in Michael's yarn quality, because the yarn that I had before from months ago, like I had found a white skein of yarn from Michael's in my closet, and I was like, oh, I found yarn, like, okay, cool, I found this white yarn, I'm gonna use this to make some cows. And I used the yarn and I was like, oh yeah, this yarn is perfect, like I'm just gonna keep buying this yarn instead of going on Premier or going to another store. And that yarn, I guess, was from like last year or something, because when I went a couple weeks ago to buy more white yarn, when I bought that white and pink yarn, I noticed that the texture of that yarn, the new yarn that I had got, was like hard, and it was like a dry feeling, and it was like not sliding around on the hook good enough, and it was like I kept dropping my stitches because it wasn't like sliding enough. The texture, I can't even explain the texture, but it was like a dry feeling. It was kind of like rough, and I noticed, but I just kind of passed it off as, oh well, maybe it's just this one. And then I used the pink yarn, and I noticed that that yarn was rough in texture too. So I was like, what is going on with these yarns? And then when I saw that she said that they were having problems with the texture of the yarn, etc., that they were going to be taken off the shelves for 6 months, I was like, 6 months is a really long time, especially for me, because I have a market coming up in September, and I'm really going to need that yarn, because like I said, this is my no buy year. But at the same time, like if I don't have any pink yarn or any red yarn or green yarn, and I need to make something that needs to be green, like frogs, I'm gonna have to go buy green yarn, you know. So I don't know what I'm gonna do if Michael's leaves and Joann leaves. I'm probably just gonna have to buy my yarn offline. Also sucks because whenever I'm buying yarn, I really want to feel the texture of the yarn, because like I know a lot of people like Bernat blanket yarn, but I cannot use that yarn for a long period of time because it just hurts my hand. This yarn right here that I'm using, the baby cake or whatever this is, it's not as bad as the rolled up skeins, like the, you know what I'm talking about. It's not as bad as the skeins of yarn. The cakes are way softer. But Michael's doesn't sell the Bernat cake. Well, at least not my Michael's. Like I've never seen the Bernat cakes, like the ones that I'm using now with the ombre. I've never seen those at Michael's. Hobby Lobby does not have them, and even if they did, I don't shop there anymore. And Joann is gonna be leaving, and I don't know what to do. Like I'm just like, do I just bulk buy like a bunch of yarn from Michael's even though it's a rough texture? Do I bulk buy from Joann's even though they might not be going out of business? Do I just stick to Premier yarns? Because I do buy Premier yarns a lot. Like most of the yarns that I use is Premier. But yeah, I don't know what to do. And I heard that Joann, if they get bought out by this company, I forgot their name, but it's like something brothers, they said that they're gonna liquidate immediately. And I thought that they were just joking or whatever, because I'm like, oh, there's no way that they're going to liquidate immediately because they would be making so much money or whatever. But that company actually bought out other company. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but I know it's in Memphis. It's called Bargain Hunt. That company, the whoever brothers, just bought out Bargain Hunt, and they're immediately liquidating. And I'm like, oh my god, they're actually serious. Like if they buy Joann's, they're going to do the same thing that they're doing to Bargain Hunt. And I've never been inside a Bargain Hunt, so I don't know like what that store is. I'm guessing it's like a discount store, kind of like a, I don't know, like they send like returns or whatever there or something. I have no idea. Yeah, it's just really sad, and I'm just like so confused at this moment because I don't know what to do. Like I don't know if I should bulk buy yarn, because I know that this is my no buy year, but if the yarn's never going to be there again, like I have to make sure that I have at least stock for the rest of the year. That way I can have stuff for my markets, because Premier is always sold out of some colors. I have my notifications on for them to email me or like notify me when yarns are back in stock, but for some reason that never works for me. I never get notified when yarns are back in stock, and then when I check, they're still out of stock, and I'm like, has it always been out of stock, or like did I just not get the memo that they were restocked and then they sold out again? Say I'm just nervous, and I'm just like, at this point, like, should I start making my own yarn to sell, because like to feel that niche? I just don't know what to do. Like, what do you guys plan on doing? Like, do you guys plan on just bulk buying from Michael's before they take the yarn off the shelves for 6 months? Did you even know about the Michael's situation? Have you noticed the difference in texture? Are you just bulk buying from Joann's? Do you not care? You're just gonna find somewhere else to go? Are you just gonna buy online? Like, what do you guys plan on doing? Because I'm kind of like in the middle, like in denial if they're gonna close or not. So I'm really just kind of waiting around. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for listening to me yap at the end. Thank you guys so much for coming to the store with me, shopping around with me, watching the whole video. Please leave a like down below. Also leave a comment if you're crocheting or doing anything during this video, because we would love to know what you're making. Please don't forget to follow my Instagram. It's at introvertcrossing. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.